Alright, I want to talk about layers for a few minutes. Um, First off, in CS5, uh, Photoshop, let's talk about effects really quick. So let's say I want to apply effects to a layer. Um, so first off, maybe I want to apply an effect to this CS5 blue here. So I can just double click it and let's give it a drop shadow and all that. Um, so let's see, it's not quite, there we go. Oh, you guys can see it. So as you can see, it's got a little bit of a drop shadow here, right? Well, what if I want to make this CS5 green down here the same drop shadow really quickly to keep some continuity? So all I have to do is I have to click Option on a Mac, and I can just hover over the effect right here, and I simply click and drag it over CS5 green, and you can see automatically it gave it that effect. Okay, so that's Option, just drag and drop. Okay. Well, what if I'm working with layers and I want to target a different layer really quickly? So I'm on CS5 blue right here right now. Well, what happens if I want to go to this one really quickly and I don't want to worry about going over here? I can actually hover over this layer and I can actually right click, and all the layers that I'm hovering over will be right here. So I can simply click on CS5 green, and now I'm in control of that real quick. I can go back and change over to the other one really quickly as well. Okay, so that's just hovering over and then right click. Um, and you'll notice that it's only where my mouse hovers over. So if I'm not hovered over this layer, it won't pop up in this little pop-up box for me to choose from. Okay, so remember that. Well, what if I want to move in between layers quickly um, by another way? What if there's layers that I can't see on here that are over here? I can actually use the shortcut Option on a Mac plus the bracket keys. So the bracket left and right, left goes down. So if you'll look over here, you'll see the highlight going up and down. Um, I'm pressing the left bracket and now right bracket, and it's quickly moving through the layers, and I can just stop on the one that I want to choose from. Okay, and that's useful if there's some layers that you can't really see over here on your palette. Okay. Well, what if I want to actually move a layer? Let's say I want to go ahead and move layer 1 up here above CS5 green and CS5 blue really quickly. What I can actually do is I can actually make sure I've got layer 1 selected, and I actually use the shortcut Command and then same thing, brackets, and if you'll watch layer 1 over here, it'll start moving as I right bracket, now it's over the top, and left bracket. Okay, so that's a quick and easy way to move. That's just Command plus the bracket keys, up or down. All right. What if I want to quickly transform a layer? I can actually make sure I'm selected that layer. I want to select CS5 blue, so I right clicked, selected it. I can quickly transform it by using the shortcut Command T, and you'll see the transform box pops up, and I can transform it any way I want to very quickly and easily. Okay, so that's Command T. T is for transform. So the next thing is called a clipping mask. A clipping mask is where a layer above another layer will fill that layer below it. Now let me show you what I mean. So let me put layer 1 above CS5 blue really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and choose layer 1, and I'm going to use my Command right bracket to move it above CS5 blue. So I want CS5 blue to be filled with this. This is what a clipping mask does. Okay, let me show you what I mean. If you click Option on a Mac and hover over this little line in between the two layers, this little Venn diagram looking thing will pop up. If you click on that, it'll create what's called a clipping mask. Now, what it did is it filled this layer, CS5 blue, with the layer above it. Okay, so let me take that off, and I can do the same thing by taking it off by clicking Option and hovering over that line to take it off. Okay, so again, the layer above CS5 blue is going to fill it once I put a clipping mask. So I can do that with any layer I want to, any image or any other color. So layer 1, which is going to fill the words CS5, is above it. I'm going to hover over the line, hold an Option, click, and now I have a clipping mask. And you can see I'm moving layer 1 around, but the only time it's seen is when it's over CS5 blue. That's because there's a clipping mask there. Alright, so let me go ahead and take that off. And I'm going to do Command left bracket to move back down. Another really important shortcut is duplicate layer. So in order for me to maybe I want to duplicate layer 1, I just press Command J, and it's going to duplicate that layer, and you'll see it duplicated right over itself, and there's another layer. Okay, that's Command J. And the shortcut for new layer is Shift Command N. And this little guy will pop up, and I can just name it however I want to and press OK, and there's that new layer instantly. So that's Shift Command N, and that guy will pop up. Okay. The last one I want to go over is maybe you're trying to work really close in here, and this layer palette is getting in your way. Well, how can I get rid of it quickly by not having to go over here and click on this little guy? I can actually press F7, so I'm going to click F7 and it'll disappear. And if I want to get it back open, I'll just hit F7. Okay? So those are some really quick and easy shortcuts and tools for Photoshop CS5 using layers.